Welcome to Happiness Matters Podcast Edition. I'm Goddess Valentina, the Healing Goddess, and I just wanted to leave messages and hopes of inspiration and encouragement and just a heartfelt message. And I just want to add to the universe something uplifting and powerful for anyone who's willing to listen and to hear. Today I'd like to talk about patron saints and just my whole take on it. When I was younger, I always was very, interested in the Catholic Church, and my mom kind of deterred me from it because we were Baptists and stuff like that. And then I went to Catholic school and I started to learn more. But just recently, I got a book, this wonderful book I got, and it explains about the saints and stuff like that. And I wanted to know more, like, how do they become a saint? Who are these people about? Oh my goodness. These people, most of them have died horribly. A lot of the ones, I think I researched about 15 or 20, but there's way more than that. And the people I researched, there was a lot that they just died horribly. And the miracles that they did on earth and continue to do in heaven is absolutely miraculous. And we need hope. We need inspiration. And in my faith, we pray straight to God, straight up. But also, in other faiths, it says in the Holy Bible, if two or more are gathered together, there will I be. So I'm saying to myself, the patron saints hear our prayers. They definitely help us, pray with us, pray for us, So why don't we call one in to make it more powerful, and Jesus would be there with us, it'd be like 3 people praying instead of 1. I just thought about how powerful that can be. And so I have a shop on Etsy. And it's an energy shop. And I do spiritual cleansings with your energy, your energetic field, and help you remove negativity and blockages and stuff like that off you. And I also am now into candle making, and I love to make energy candles. The power of intention, petitions, prayers are so powerful. And I just started I can't say just started, but I had a 3-year-long prayer without doing any of these things, but lighting candles every day. And it took a long time, but it finally all came together. There was a lot of moving pieces and a lot of stuff that had to be changed on the back end for, I guess, my favor, right? So since that big, humongous prayer, life has been calming for me. So I don't really have, major stuff I'm working on right now. I think I'm kind of like burnt out and fried from all the energy I had to put in that situation. But I have a small situation, and people ask me to pray for them and stuff like that. And what is happening is miraculous for me. I find the divine universal energy so fascinating, and I absolutely just love it. And I'm so thankful and grateful that I'm open to this stuff and that I've experienced so many miracles. And if you are into metaphysics, it's addictive. It's like your whole life changes. And it was so funny because when I was in the office for my job, there was my coworkers and everything. I don't see them much because I work from home. And I just realized I just can't have that basic conversation of nonsense anymore. Like, I'm really on some other deep levels. Like, I'm into shifting energy. I'm into clearing people. I'm into people getting blessings. I'm into people manifesting. I'm into big, powerful stuff, I don't have the veil over my eyes where I'm just in la la land. Like, I see everything for what it is, and it's such a different feel, and it's such a different, it's such a different look, So, so anyway, I was just like, wow, I've grown so much, and I had to be very selective of the people that I really talk with, because people just won't get me. They won't get me anymore, it's kind of cool because I'm used to flying solo anyway, so it's kind of cool, because I'm into really helping people. And I love working with the person that knows that they need help, don't know which way to go, and is open to see what things are about, willing to try, and willing to put their best foot forward to make success happen. And I love working with those people because they're just so sweet, and they're just so awesome. And once you start to see that you can build the miracles in your life, you'll just start to be doing more and doing more. And you just start to become phenomenal and a powerhouse, and you become your own generator of energy. Yeah, so anyway, I've been working with these candles called chime candles. Sometimes they're called spell candles. And I love them because, I anoint them with oil, and I think about my intention, infuse my energy with the candle. And then, I do write some keywords on the candle, and I just light it, and it disintegrates. There's no wick left. There's no wax left. There's nothing left. And just to see that candle disintegrate in the air like that, it's like it's a part of the universal energy. And I have been seeing some really great movement very quickly with these candles. And like I said, I make candles now. So I say, you know what? I want to start to make saint candles. I do have power candles too for intentions and things of that sort. But so many people love their saints. And I have found a love for the saints, the people, there are ancestors, people that have walked this earth that would not sacrifice their religion for anyone and knew the consequences, and was willing to take them for their love of their God. And that really means a lot to me. And these saints are role models. They are people that can give us hope. They're not imaginary people. They're real people that walk this earth, and they have a story and testimony. And if you ever had time, you can go on YouTube, and you could say, who is this saint? And they have really like 4-minute, like I think it's Catholic Church Online or whatever. They have like 4-minute videos of who these saints are. And there were some of them that I just held in my heart, and I had tears in my eyes. I just can't believe it. But there is faith, there's hope out here. There are people that are fighting in their past as well as now in the present, and will in the future. And there's something that we can reflect on too, like this person went through this and these times, and you know what, I can make it too. And to get that strength, that energy that they alluded, that energy is in the universal field. So, if you call on that saint and say, hey, listen, I have something similar that I'm going through, and you went through this, please, work with me, pray with me, give me, some of that energy to go forward, This is the way I look at it. Of course, we can all pray straight to God. There, in some faiths, they believe that there is another person. So, I don't want to offend anyone. Everyone has their different way of practicing. My way is praying straight up. That's the way I've always been taught. And, in my faith, we pray straight up and that's it. But I do love company. And I feel safer. I feel safer with a saint, because not everybody has your best interest at heart. And when you ask people to pray, do you think, how many people really do? Will you pray for me? Yeah, sure. I'll say I'll pray for you. I always question myself. Are they really praying for me? Do they really remember? Some people might, but I would say majority of people might not, depending on the circle of people that you're with. And because we come from a very self-centered, me, victim, fear-based culture on the western side of the country. So to take your time and actually think about somebody and add them to your prayers. Hey, you have to remember to pray yourself, that takes a little bit of effort. And I'm not sure how many people will really put forth the effort. I mean, there are people that do. But I've always questioned that. And think about it, and then there's a lot of components to all this. I'm not going to get that deep into it. But say you're going through something and you're asking people to pray for you. And it just seems like things are just not moving and stagnated. I wonder, it could deal with a lot. It could deal with negative energy buildup, karma. There's a lot of checks and balances with the universal energy. I love all this type of stuff. It's a whole bunch of stuff in the background, but prayer changes things, especially when it comes from a sincere heart. So if the saints are bringing forth miracles in other people's lives, if the Blessed Holy Mother of Mary is doing apparitions and appearing, and you can see her sometimes in pictures and, sometimes statues and things, some people say it's the devil and all those kind of things. But I don't know why. When it comes to certain types of things, people always want to go negative instead of believing that this could be true, I'm more of optimistic than pessimistic. I do know what it says in holy texts. I guess we just have to have a gauge, what we just have to just be open, but just have, what is it? The word is not tolerance, but just filter things through before calling everything evil. You know what I mean? I just think that's just so uncool. When I hear that, I'm just like, this is a closed-minded person. That's what I get, But I do know this. If you sincerely work with a saint, first study, hear about their story, hear about their story and what they went through on this earth. Connect with the saint, and then some saints, they have the feast day, and some saints look like certain things like flowers, and sometimes there's certain color candles. There's different little cute little things. To me, that's a sense of offering, because it's always good to give, and then you receive. We ask, but we need to give a little. So that's the whole point of doing the offering, and stuff like that. But of course, all of our prayers are to God, but if a saint is actually assisting in doing God's work and helping the people, bringing forth prayers and miracles by God's grace and glory, why wouldn't I? Of course I would want a saint to work with me, because I'm not sure of other people's intentions. And I want the purest energy to go forth in my prayers. So I'm so glad that I was able to take the time and to find the love and to do the research and to really connect with this. And I hope this is something that's insightful, that opened your mind up. I know a lot of people are very connected to their saints, and I know people who are terrified of even thinking about this kind of stuff. And I do think that people do have misconceptions, of, people in the Catholic Church and people who are praying and stuff like that. I think that people do have misconceptions of this, because, God is the one at the end of the day, whatever he wills, whatever God wills. If he wants it, he wants it. If he doesn't, he wants it. If he wants to slow it down, if he wants to, it's a whole bunch of stuff. He controls everything. So, he's the boss. And to me, the way I see saints is just another partner to assist you in your prayers. And if they have special assignments that God has given them, if they, speak on our behalf as well as we are praying, it's only the more of a blessing. I don't think that you should just pray to them and think that they're going to do it all. It's God. God is the big dog. And there is no one before him, after him, nothing, Well, in some faiths, there's many gods and different things of that sort, and all respect and all love. But in my faith is just the big cheese. That's it. But when there's two or more gathered, I'd rather have a saint. I'd rather have a saint by my side, or if I know, or if I have my prayer warriors, people who love to pray, then I love to have those too, But when it comes to things that comes with my heart, I'm really, in studying metaphysics and stuff like that, I'm kind of more sensitive now of what kind of energy I want to put forth, because, if you're blocked, if you're a person that has good intentions and say, okay, I'm going to say a prayer. But if you're blocked and have no energy, it's like a little puff of dust going into the universe. We want people who are lightning beams of faith and openness and love. We want people that, even if you're exhausted, to push through. We want people to see the other side. We want that strength. You know what I mean? So it's just like, there's just a lot to all of this. And I think that the people that know how to get things moving, they kind of understand all these intricate pieces. Maybe one day I'll be a professor or something and to teach this, but it's just so fascinating. It really just blows my mind, how big this is, how beautiful this is, and how so many people want to taint the different faiths, how they want to always find some kind of disgustingness. And I'm not sure why that is. I mean, there's a lot of stuff that does go on, yeah. But there's also a lot of wonderfulness that goes on. And that's not talked about. It's always the bad stuff. Like, let's talk about the wonderfulness that's going on, and the miracles that happen every day. And we need more hope and to drive people to continue on, I have no problem having a saint by my side. And I'm just picturing it, the saint kneeling on their knees with me as we're praying. Yeah, I think that's awesome. That's the way I see it in my mind. I don't see it any other way but having a partner with me, and a saint that has different duties, like Saint Jude is for impossible things, and that is a great duty that he's been given, so I mean, I'm not sure about how all these assignments are, and but I just think that I don't know. I just have my philosophies. But anyway, I hope this message was insightful, something to think about, maybe just open your eyes. Maybe you'll never even think about this, but you just never know in your life. I really wish I had this insight when I was younger, because I would be probably a little bit further along in my life, like a little bit more successful in certain areas. But, I did have some big delays, and now I'm moving forward, and I just pray to continue to move forward and to regain my strength, because I was drained for 3 years, just to regain my strength and recalibrate and to really start seeing some beautiful things, happening. Anyway, thank you so much. And if you would love to create a saint candle, we can do that together. I have the soy wax. I have everything. We pick the color. We pick the saint. I pick the fresh herbs to go inside your candle to give it more energy and more power. There's also a mini scroll that goes inside. We have crystals that go inside. There's a whole bunch of stuff that goes into the candle. And it's wrapped with herbs, and it's a blessed, beautiful, special piece. So if this is something of interest to you, you can go on my shop sd.com, www.sdesty.com, and my shop is Happiness Matters 88. And if you just take a look and see, you'll see my listing with St. Jude on there, and you could see how the candle looks, and it's all sealed and blessed, and it's just a wonderful thing. So anyway, thank you so much for listening. And this message is from Goddess Valentina, the healing goddess. And I'm just wishing you love and blessings. See ya.